Hello. Hello. Say something, Steve. Just whisper.
Test 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm speaking in a louder voice. I'm speaking in an even louder voice.
Swooshy.
Hello, my name is Corporal Steve. I'm the disabled one.
Okay.
This is my sister.
I'm the normal one, and the baby, and the one with a different father than the rest of them.
Me and you were born.
I don't really like your glasses.
Why not?
Because they're weird. They go like up. Did you do that on purpose?
No, it's kind of how they are.
I'm not feeling.
Are you family? Are you in this family?
No, I
Yes, you are. You're gonna come whether you like it or not.
I was found.
Now.
I was found on a barrel.
Luka.
I was in the barrel.
No, it doesn't matter. The barrel came from Mama's pee-pee area. Let's go. You're in it. Come on.
Where's my...
Stop eating shit.
I'll give you my short.
Is this regular can or menthol?
When you're in county,
Is this
it's
what?
regular. When you're in county, they still had cigarettes in jail, right?
No, they had kites.
What's a kite?
Roll your own cigarette.
Okay. So it wasn't like people were like, "Hey man, you're short."
Yeah, but the shorts are all the way down to here.
Yeah.
Yours were this far. That's too much.
You're smoking in here?
So
Nope.
What are you smoking, Luke?
I'm nervous.
That's not good for you. You're not supposed to be smoking those.
Will you call your customers and order your damn
Yeah.
cards? Go ahead.
Philip?
Huh?
Father? Son? Son? Holy Spirit. Hey, it's Nancy again with Growing Up Fuko with my brothers.
You don't want to use your married name?
No,
Why not?
because my
Growing Up
husband will be
Fuko.
upset. He doesn't like people knowing that we know each other. That's why I use my maiden name on Facebook.
Everybody doesn't need to know everything about everybody.
No, so...
Tell me what you know about Slav life.
What the fuck you know?
Work all day, but we party all night.
Party.
Slav life, we survive in the hard times.
Shorty.
Slav life, Slav life, Slav life. Kill you with the knife. Slav life, Slav life, Slav life. Taking over worldwide.
So, I'm a Vuko, maiden name Vuko. My brother Luke.
It's Luke.
Luka.
Luka. Jose.
Steve. Philip is the oldest. He's the patriarch of the group. And there's our beautiful sister, Mary, who is now represented with a Barbie doll because she's like a pretty Barbie.
Because she's out there hooking away on the streets.
No! Don't say that stuff.
She's kind of a slut.
No.
And a thief.
Okay.
So we'll get to her later, though.
No.
The
You know
thief,
what?
right,
Mom and
yeah,
Tata
yeah.
loved us all equally, okay?
Okay.
So
She still stole
yeah.
money from me at my mom's funeral.
Oh.
And afterwards, she was writing checks from his account.
Okay.
And I told Tata, I go, Tata,
Before
Tata,
Bob
you need to
died.
cut her off. And what does Tata say? Tata goes, Steven, I have 5 fingers. Which one would you cut off? And I sat there, I'm like, oh, fuck, he's got me. And I thought about it, I go, which one's Mary?
That's terrible.
That one's Mary.
Don't. Okay.
Ah,
All right,
Anyway.
that's
let's,
So-
we left off.
We
This
left
is
off.
right about the time we're born. And
Yeah.
we went from Canada to
No.
Chicago.
It's her show.
Steve,
Go ahead.
I was showing you the last video. None of that was on there. This week, because Luka jinxed me and I had COVID for a week.
Oh, my God.
No,
And
there we go
everything
again.
that I recorded
There we go again.
got deleted by me accidentally. So nothing got recorded last week.
I'm glad you
So
own
we're
your
doing
own
this
shit.
We're doing this all over again.
Okay.
So what happened last week? So the last thing that we saw in the video that you were just watching with me, Steve, was what?
Dida.
Dida saying your dad was supposed to take care of us.
Yes.
Me, and he didn't.
And
Philip said...
And this is all Philip's memory, yes.
So then, at that point, when Mom and Tata got married in Chicago, then they went back to Canada.
Right.
Yes.
And then they had you about a little over a year later. So go from there.
9-10 months later.
No, they got married in February, and your birthday's in April.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you probably were conceived in Chicago.
So,
He's a Canadian.
well,
No, stop. That's a sore spot. That'll come up later when he's in school.
Why do you say that like there's something wrong with being Canadian?
That's what the teachers said back then.
Hold on.
They had all the
that's
kids
right.
stand out in front of the...
Yeah,
We'll
okay.
get there later.
Hold on. You tell me I'm prejudiced
All right,
now?
so pick up, Phil.
Well, you're just telling me you're prejudiced. I'm
All
not
right.
telling you nothing.
I didn't say no. I just say he's Canadian. That's
So
all.
Philip is in Canada, and Mary's about to be born.
Right. No, my earliest memories from Canada goes back to when I was like 2 or 3 years old, from what I can remember. Because we talked about how Ma wasn't big on supervising apparently any of us.
Yeah.
Right. So
Different
yeah,
world
Ma,
back then.
she went and got me dressed one time and just told me to go outside. I went outside. About 2 or 3 years. Yeah, I was about 2 or 3 years old. And I saw like another little kid across the street, and he was waving. I was, waving. So I went running right across the street.
It wasn't a busy street, right?
It was like a suburban street.
Okay, right.
Right. But yeah, I remember I was just, I met some other kid. He was about my age, and he took me back to his place to where his dad was, barbecuing up some hot dogs. And, his dad was looking at him, and he was looking at me, and his dad gave him, a hot dog without the bun, and he gave me one. And then he told me, just go on home now. And so I'm like walking back home,
Holding a hot dog.
You're right. I had a hot dog in my hand. I'm just eating a hot dog. And of course, so I just walked right across the street back to the house where Tata showed up. He came back from work, and he's like looking down at me eating a hot dog. He went, "Where'd you get the hot dog?" And I pointed, back there, and he was like giving me the same look that the other kid's dad was giving his kid a look, like,
It's like, what the hell's going on?
because the people next door, they had a dog house on their front lawn and a Dalmatian, but that thing was like never chained up or anything. They just, sat in its dog house.
What, Luke?
I got a question. Well, were these people like raising dogs, like mating? No. Oh.
Just regular next door neighbors.
Just
But
one
do you know,
Dalmatian dog.
we're from the Dalmatian coastline in Croatia. So the dog's from our region.
So
the dog should have known better than to bite
You're
you.
saying that we're
They're like
dogs?
countrymen.
So that
Are we dogs?
No, they named the dog after the people of our region.
Oh, okay.
so you got bit by the dog,
Attacked.
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 What happened?
Two or three times.
Twice the dog attacked. On 2 separate times the dog had attacked me. One of those times I just remember being on the ground and that dog was like really biting into me, growling and shaking its head. And he had my leg. And, because my memory jumps from the dog growling and chewing into me to being in the hospital to where I was getting stitched up.
So then what did Tata do the first time, and Mom do the first time you were attacked by this dog?
Nothing.
And then just let you go play outside again with the crazy dog outside?
Right. Well, like I said, the dog attacked me twice. I think when I was 3. The last time was when I was 4. And there would have been a third time that the dog would have attacked me, but I outran that fucker.
Oh no!
Right? Yeah, because I was close to our door in the house. And so I went ahead, opened the door, and I closed the door right behind me, but I couldn't get the other door. I had like the screen door,
Yeah.
and there was like a little gap, and that dog was right up there on the porch, just barking away. And I remember I was just banging on the door when the landlord, because that was a split level house, we had the top level. When the landlord went ahead and opened it up, and I went in there screaming, and the landlord saw the dog. I think the landlord went ahead and kicked that dog, and
So it wasn't the landlord's dog. It was another neighbor.
no,
No,
it
it's
was
across the
the
street.
people next door.
Oh.
It was,
You know,
look, it was just
you remember those people?
irresponsible dog owners.
Yeah,
You
but
know
you don't
what I'll do
remember.
with that dog, Steve?
I don't remember.
Bad things.
You know what I'll
So
do
that's
with
why
the dog?
Philip's always been scared of dogs. I knew that, and I
Oh.
didn't know the story.
I
why.
remember that
Right.
too, because I remember he mentioned that to me one time. I can't remember when. Maybe I had
But
when I
then
had the house.
eventually,
But you know what I would do done with that dog? I would have made hot dogs out of him.
That's nasty.
I would.
I would have just
I
killed
would've-
it mercifully.
You would have been, if you were there, you would have been 1 year old or
That-
0 years old. You wouldn't be able to do anything.
Nowadays,
You
if
would
a
have been,
dog attacks a
would've been
kid
the
twice,
dog's
they're
hot
probably
dog.
going to put him down.
yeah, oh, yeah.
You know, that maybe 3 or 4 times, but still.
What did Mom say? Was she home? Did she say
Right,
anything?
right. No, well, years later,
Oh.
when I was talking to Mom about Canada and about that dog, Mom went ahead and says, that dog just wanted to play with you. And I went, Ma.
Really?
I went, Ma, the damn thing attacked me. What do
You're
you
in the
mean he wants to
hospital.
play with me?
She was blaming you.
No.
Yeah, saying you caused the dog to attack me because you're not playing with the dog nicely. That's what probably she was thinking.
I don't.
Philip, you did it! Right?
Maybe.
No.
Then Mary was born. How did you feel about a baby being in the house?
Well, I don't remember much of Mary being a baby,
Uh-huh.
you know, because she was 2 years younger than me, and you know, yeah, that baby contest,
Oh, yeah.
The baby picture.
Okay,
Oh,
Okay,
the
tell
Canadian
us that,
version
yeah.
of Gerber, or
right, right.
It's
No,
going to be all
because
smoky on the video. Okay, go on.
well, yeah, no, because
Excuse me. Really? I told you.
because you know, Ma had our baby pictures, but my picture was the only one that had my full name written, you know, across the bottom. And I was asking Ma about, you know, why is my name, you know, who wrote my name down? And that's when Ma said, after I was born, there was a contest. A baby food manufacturer wanted a contest, and they were looking for like the Canadian equivalent of the Gerber baby.
Gerber.
Gerber baby. So Ma wrote my name down and entered my picture along. And from what Ma said, they selected me, my baby picture, to put on all of their products. But when a guy from the baby food company stopped by, because he needed, because he had a check and
got to sign a release forms. And,
right. He needed Tata to sign a release forms and to explain to Tata about the royalties that he was going to get.
Mhm.
Ma said for some reason Tata just kept saying nope. You know, I mean, no matter what the, no matter what the guy said, how much he tried to explain it, his answer was always no. You know, and again, you know, for you know, anybody who's watching, this is just like a start of our dad's bad decision making.
Always making bad decisions.
Right. Yeah, because I remember.
Well, he made one good decision.
What?
He tricked Mom into marrying him.
Uh,
So there we go.
I,
We all love our mother.
I don't know.
Okay.
He's just a crazy fucker.
Crazy.
Crazy.
All
No,
right.
he is.
Stupid. Seems like he's not smart. He says no. I
So
mean,
anyway, so we lost out
Our
on...
father was the only person, like,
That hated money.
when we were growing up, like,
Well,
I thought he
says
spoke
no to the
Croatian
Gerber thing.
because he hardly spoke English. But when I took him back to Croatia, I realized not only is he illiterate in English, he's illiterate in Croatian because he was from this small peasant village. So he spoke like
Oh.
slang.
Really?
Peasant?
Yeah.
What do you say, peasant?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Like a bird?
No, that's pheasant.
Oh, pheasant.
Peasant, it's like a small farm. Not like here we have hundreds of acres. There, like you live close to each other and you have a few acres each.
Yeah, and they all know each other.
Right.
Because they're all
It's like-
neighbors.
it's like downtown
That's why Mom and
Chicago.
Tata knew each other growing
Everything's
up.
close together, like
Different
the
villages.
Right. You know, basically Tata was a hillbilly.
Yes.
A redneck. Oh.
Redneck, yeah.
Right.
Oh, well. I'm a redneck now?
Wow, that's a big shock.
Oh,
Sorry.
Man. Man, that's
Wow.
Well, hold
that's
on.
a big shock.
Do we start at the beginning? So because it was
I'm a redneck. I
No.
gotta leave.
Wait, where are you going?
it was
Alabama?
Get back!
I'm going to Alabama.
no
What are you talking about, Three Brothers?
at the end of the Third Ottoman War in like 1587.
Okay.
Basically the final crusade.
1587.
No, it was the third
What does it
the end
have
of
to
the
do with
Third Ottoman War
Lukos?
because that's where our people
Okay.
were pushed out of Bosnia
Oh.
and that's where the border of Bosnia and Croatia ended up.
Because we weren't.
So then
Muslim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so
you
then they
talking
said
about the
go that
1500s?
direction.
Yeah.
Well, how do you know this? We're in the like 21st century. Well, 15
You don't,
BC,
this
AC.
is where we came from.
Oh man, that's getting too deep. I gotta go, man.
Yeah,
Look,
sit down.
Pretty soon,
Our families lived in that same area for 500 years
Oh man,
until Tata got chased out by the socialists.
no wonder I act like this. All
Okay,
right.
so then you guys came to America. You remember driving over.
Right. We were leaving to go to America. He had his Chevy all loaded up and stuff, because, this is the late 60s, and cars back then were boats.
Was it a Chevy Impala?
No, I don't remember.
Or,
What difference does it make?
well, Chevys are muscle cars these days. If he had an SS,
He wouldn't.
So then you remember just going over the bridge?
Yeah, well, no, it was like during a snowstorm.
Oh,
Basically
yeah.
a snowstorm for us, but up in Canada, just normal weather for those people up there.
So what happened?
So yeah, no, we were going along the road, and there were cars slide that had slid off into the ditches. And I remember Ma was talking to the old man, and she was commenting on all the cars that slid off the ditch, and all of a sudden we went sliding off.
So were you in the back with Mary in a car seat?
Yeah. What car seat?
Oh, Mary, but wasn't she like 1 or 2? Or?
Yeah.
No, she
There
was
were no
at 2 or
car
3.
seats.
Yeah,
back
no,
then.
I was about 4. She would be 2.
Oh, wow. So she's just sitting in the back.
Yeah.
No seatbelt?
Yeah.
No seatbelt?
No. This was the late 60s.
Yeah. Okay.
Seatbelts were expensive options.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know about car seats. I mean,
Yeah.
basically.
Mary, do you remember that?
Basically, they had like, I guess my mattresses in the back seat, and Mary and I were like sleeping. Except I just remember I was all excited because we're going on a road, and we were
carnival ride.
We were leaving the dog behind.
No.
So then what happened? Then
We just slid it in there, and I remember like. The old man, he was going outside, and I guess there was people helping pushing to get the cars back up. But yeah, we eventually made it to the Ambassador Bridge. I remember crossing over it at night because the lights was all lit up, and we were going through Detroit at the time. And Detroit back then, that was. Yeah, because I just remember, Detroit, going through Detroit.
That was like rich back then, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Heyday.
Huh.
Right. And
What the hell's wrong with you, man? He's trying to speak.
Yeah, no, because I just remember seeing that Shelby Mustang pull up like right next to us. And I remember looking at it, hearing the rumbling, and kept thinking, this is cool. And
Did you say you want that car?
no, I think that was when Shell 5, 6, 7, 8. This would have been 67, 68. About the time the Shelby Mustang came out.
Oh.
It's like a popular.
So at
I
4
think
years
it still
old,
is.
you saw the car and were like, that's
Well, yeah,
cool.
no, I just remember just seeing all these cars, but the Shelby Mustang was stuck out in my memory.
It's probably louder too.
Huh?
It's probably louder too.
Yeah, I don't know. But eventually we made it to Chicago.
And then Dita moved in with us, like
No.
Tata promised.
Well, no, we
take care of him?
We went to Baba and Dita's house on Low Avenue. They had a triplex.
Okay.
Oh,
That's where they stayed?
that's
Or
the
you
house
stayed?
that Baba and Dita owned.
And then where'd you guys go?
We stayed on the second floor.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and they had renters on the third floor.
Did who?
Tata knew people in Chicago where he was able to get their visa, like other Croatians.
Yeah.
That's why you see a lot of Croatians in Chicago.
Well, it wasn't just that, but Don actually brought up my other memories of when we were up in Canada. Was meeting, the other Croatians that knew Tata, and they knew, and then we met him again here in Chicago.
Oh, you met him in Canada. They lived in Canada, and then again in Chicago.
Right. Because I guess Canada back then was like a waiting room for all the European immigrants.
Waiting room.
Pretty much.
What
Right.
That's
Nobody
where we
wanted to
went,
stay in
Canada?
Canada. They wanted to get to America.
So
You had to
Yes,
wait.
it's suspect then,
You had to give Canada a try first. Just like Tata, where they're like, okay, yeah, let's try you out in a coal mine. Oh, then it blows up. He's like, fuck this. He's like, I want to be a barber.
What about
Send me to school.
I know this might be a little off topic, but what about the Hells Angels in Canada? These guys said he might. Bikers?
That's just.
No, I'm asking him.
You and Barry. What is it with you and Hell's Angels
I'm
and
just
motorcycles?
curious. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
this
Philip doesn't remember that. He only remembers
you don't
the
remember seeing-
Shelby Mustangs.
a group of motorcycles driving around on the highway. No.
Okay.
Letter jackets.
So you met Croatians up there, then you saw them again in Chicago because they moved over here. And was this,
Right.
And when does the Bill Murray pop into this?
Well, no, Bill Murray.
That was later.
Okay.
Okay, but you started.